Hello, it's Kazuyoshi. So today is 11th of August, and so it means that 11 days, 10 days, maybe, has passed since August began. Of course, everybody knows that. But end of July was a big week for not actually me, but for me and also for my friend client, who is a baseball player. It's in the United States. So because I've been involved in this for 5 years, I learned a lot about how the kind of business of the baseball works, Major League Baseball works, and of course there should be difference between if it's basketball or American football, or each game has a different dynamism. However, it's very always curious to see how the American sports are structured. And yeah, European football is, of course, a big one. However, how the business is structured is always very interesting to learn. And because my friend and the client, the baseball pitcher, has moved from one team to the other, and because the team the team wanted him to be part of a significant piece for running for the championship, and that was wonderful. But behind the screen, there are a lot of course, I cannot talk about all the detail, but the emotional thing, this is obvious. So I will be able to cover this because I'm a mental and mind coach. So emotionally, it's not going to be a very easy thing, even if the business-wide everybody understands that there is a trade deadline at, what is it, 6 p.m., 7, kind of July, 30th July or something. So by that day, we have seen this in the movie, yeah, GMs are talking over the phone to kind of negotiate, and yeah, we have seen this in the movie, but I don't know how it really takes place in these days, but maybe it's a text. I don't know, but still there are uh, intense and hard conversation between the teams and the players, and those kinds of things should have been going on. And of course, the people who are involved, like the player itself, and also the family, and sometimes the fans, or will experience some emotionally up and down, and I assume that all those things are part of the game, big game, and I could say that as myself being not only the mental coach for top athletes, but also the CEO coach for the companies, it we could learn really means myself being a CEO coach this time. We could learn a lot from those kind of ideas that trying to make some movement. So it's like things become routine when we do the start to establish the business and try to serve customers. And the more it becomes standardized, and the more you make it the routine, the productivity improves, and the quality will be stable, customer will be satisfied, and things get better and better. And these are always the target for in a higher layer, it's management itself, but the lower layer, it's gonna be production and lean or service level or those kind of things. You know those terms. And But if we learn something from the MLB or other pro sports, if you bring in some reason to make a change, it causes people to become flexible and think on their own and also try to improve. The reason is we are made so that we'll try to maintain the status quo once it's established. And for the time being, it's okay for doing the same thing, but after a while, things will change and you'll need to adapt. But the ability to adapt things, if that becomes lower or unused for a long period of time, then you really start to struggle to adapting, and because it's always a catch up, and you always feel pressure, and but you always also feel that you are not doing enough to catch up. So I would like to summarize this. Maybe it's always good to add some rhythm so that the people need to change, organization needs to change, and people always prepared to accept the change that's happening. Some people, some favorite kind of player moving to other team, and the other member coming to this group, and then, but as a whole, like MLB is a big company because they're providing something, and of course each company has each kind of profit and loss, so financial statement. But even so, this is a big, and they are collectively providing a big entertainment. And if you take this as a big corporation, you are collectively providing something. Why not make a movement between departments or executive coming from here and there? And I'm learning this. In Japanese companies, I don't know if this is perfect, but they had a job rotation, and which strengthens and also weakens because of the specialty will not grow enough. But other companies from other country tends to have one job, one life. Not so strict, but something like that. So why not try to move people from one to the other place, and then we'll be able to learn and also develop the capability to adapt to the new comfort zone. So that's my take from this one, and I'll come back to trade thing. So people will go up and down emotionally and experience a lot. However, once they accept that, okay, something is happening, so it's just about the preparation. So let's see what happens, and let's start from that attitude. Will will be stronger rather than I hope things will not change, and I want to hold to this. And now this week we are Japan. East side of Japan is facing a threat of a huge earthquake. I don't know if this is coming, but the government is constantly talking about that because of a lot of data. If it happened, it happens. We don't like it, but those kind of things does exist in our world. So it's always, in my view, important to be be able to become adaptable. That is for today, and hope this adds some value to your life. Thank you. Bye bye.